Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel when we're back with some more Black Sails, and boy oh boy is it all about to go down by the looks of it. So Flint and Mrs. Barlow are talking to Peter at long last. He seems like it's going well at the moment, but there is definitely, Peter is definitely going ham on the whole pirate situation, and I assume maybe we'll start figuring out why that is. I'm of the opinion that he's had to do like a hard left turn, and to keep the scent off of himself, he's having to like prove himself to the English government or whatever that he is killing pirates basically rather than siding with them. That's sort of my point of view on that whole situation, but we'll find that out shortly. But the more pressing situation is that Charles Vane and all his crew have somehow ninja'd their way over to Charlestown, unbeknownst to anybody else, in his act of revenge for Abigail being taken from under his nose by Eleanor. He's going for that man of war, he's going for Flint's ship, he wants his payment for the girl, as it were. So, yeah, that's about to pop off by the looks of it. I don't know, I feel like this whole season has been building up towards something. Like, it feels like every episode feels like another drop of gunpowder in a powder keg that's ready to go off, and I think we're going to start seeing that from this episode, and I think we're on the last two episodes of the season, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're like a two-parter sort of deal, even though like the whole show is very much like a story continued. I feel like these next two episodes are going to be very directly linked, so we're going to get into this, but before we do, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this video, and maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. There's plenty of other stuff on the channel, I'd appreciate you checking that out as well. But for right now, we're going to jump into Black Sails. I honestly don't know if it's better or worse that he's out of the picture. I did not trust him. Even in death, I don't trust him.
Some bread and fruits from the girls. May I sit?
Awkward.
While I knew you once, called you friends once, I cannot fathom how those people I knew turned into you.
Come on, Peter. Come on, Peter. You know what's going on here.
And how long after that was it that you decided to murder Alfred Hamilton?
I encouraged James to find him and to kill him.
I mean, come on now, Peter. You have to admit that you knew that might be the case.
I cannot stand before you and claim to be without sin. I ask you not to judge me by that one deed. I ask nothing from you but your ear.
Come on, Peter. Come on, get on the team. Reunite.
So which of you would like to volunteer to repair our topsail yard foot rope?
Bad omen. A man died on them ropes. Can't touch it till it's fixed.
What the fuck? Come on now. Although, if Vane's about to take over, then maybe just leave it broken.
Is he going to find anything up there? No, absolutely not. It'd be almost impossible.
Oh, God. Why did you say almost? Billy's smart, dude. Like, and John Silver knows it.
Who will oversee all of this? Who will be responsible for its success or failure?
What's going on?
You?
Why is she tripping out to the clock? What's going on?
I don't think that there's a part for Captain Flint in Nassau's future, not with the blood on his hands. He will have to go away and leave James McGraw and Lady Hamilton to retire to the interior in peace.
Looking for that retirement. Get me out of this.
If he was suspicious, he'd have come down by now.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably been more focused on not dying up there than looking for clues.
Be the,
Oh, what? Randall! Randall's dead! Where are they? Where are these ninjas at? Oh, this ain't good. Doing it in the back while they sleep. Bloody pirates. At least Billy's all the way up here. Oh god. Oh, that's terrifying. Jesus. How many of them are we going to lose? No! God damn it. Oh, no! Oh, fucking Vane. Fucking Vane. Go on, Billy. Go on. I've never been on Billy's side more than this moment. Okay, he's still alive. Thank God, I thought he died.
You said Captain Flint would have to disappear for this plan to work. Are you truly ready to let him go?
I think it makes sense, to be honest. Flint is useful for this moment, but
where that name came from.
the moment peace does happen, if it does happen, he doesn't really serve much of a purpose anymore.
When I first met Mr. Gates and he asked me my name, I feared the man I was about to create. And I was determined only to wear him for a while and then dispose of him when his purpose was complete. Every day I've worn that name, I've hated him a little more.
See that? Can absolutely see that. It's interesting. It's good to get a little bit of Flint's psychology in all of this, because it's only really been hinted at. It's the first time he's really opened up about it. Oh, Randall.
Come with me. Where we going?
I think John's a bit pissed off about this.
Persuade Captain Vane to surrender the ship.
Good luck. I honestly think John's more pissed off about Randall's death than he's letting on. Oh, it's Anne. Oh, yes, Anne. Anne, save. I mean, I don't really know who I should be rooting for, but I don't want to see Jack and Co get killed, so... Nice. Well done, Anne. I don't know who I'm rooting for anymore. That's the problem. But I definitely don't want Jack to die, so...
My plan will require an act of you, Mr. McGraw, and I don't think you're going to like it.
He hasn't liked anything about what he's done so far, so... Bring it on. Keep it on coming.
Eleanor would be returning from the interior sooner than later. Can you sail without those men?
Yes. Fuck it. We leave now.
It's a bold play, but I think it's the only one they've got, so here we go.
Are you suggesting we do this to save ourselves? Or are you suggesting we do it to save the crew?
Yeah, he ain't going to answer that. He ain't answering that question. Because the answer is, I'm doing it to save me. Plus, I'm pissed off about Randall, and I'm not telling anybody.
We heard about you. Not some petty thief in it for coin. Proper pirate. Committed to our way of things. Committed to a life free of the yoke. Fuck you.
You hate Flint. I hate Flint. But right now, he's talking about how we survive what comes next. When the Navy arrives, they aren't going to give a fuck what belongs to you.
Here's you so afraid of an imagined threat.
Yeah, he's been there, buddy. He has been there.
The garrison on Harbor Island. Royal Marines, a full company of them. There is nothing imagined about the threat we all face.
Yeah, you tell him, Billy. You fucking tell him. I don't know if he was convinced by it, but at least he told him.
Sabotage. We must have missed someone. We can't leave a saboteur down there.
I don't intend to.
Well, here we go. John versus Vane. I don't fancy Silver's chances in a fight with Vane. Something bad's going to happen to him.
You and I will sail to London together. You will stand up and you will tell your story. Tell them about the affair with Thomas. You will tell them how it ended. You'll explain to them what it drove you to do. Captain Flint will be unmasked, the monster slain.
Okay. I somehow don't see this playing out the way that they're intending.
How is it you came to possess that clock?
It was a gift
From whom?
from Alfred Hamilton.
The Earl was no friend of yours. Yet he grants you gifts from his own home. Why would he do that?
Betrayal? Betrayal?
Someone who knew Thomas and James well enough to give the accusation credibility.
You bastard, Peter.
Alfred came to you.
What? What a dick.
When does the truth about your sins come to light?
You know nothing of my sins. When Alfred Hamilton threatened my family's standing, my daughter's future, if I failed to cooperate, a hard choice. Made under great duress, but with the intent to achieve the least awful outcome. I am sorry for what I did.
Thomas died in a cold.
I am trying to help you. What more do you want from me?
I want to see this whole goddamn city, this city that you purchased with our misery, burn
I want to see you.
Oh, I don't know what Flint's gonna do. Flint, I don't know what he's gonna do here.
I want to see that noose around your neck, and I want to pull the fucking lever with my own 2 hands!
Ah!
This is not what I wanted. Do not shoot him.
Oh! That is a full-on switch in Flint's head. I don't think he's ever coming back now. I just think James died along with her there.
Are you Underhill?
I am.
And I suggest you step aside, sir. We've no quarrel with you.
Oh, they go for Eleanor.
However,
they're going straight for Eleanor.
We'll be taking the girl.
Man, that was a double fake. I thought they were definitely going for Flint, but no.
What do you suppose happens next?
Things get more complicated. That's what happens next.
But I now regret to inform you that he has violated that trust in a most deceitful manner. And therefore, I placed him under arrest. Death of piracy in the New World has never been nearer than today.
You've got to work together now, boys. You have no choice. Oh my god, is Charles gonna fucking go rescue fucking Flint? Is he actually gonna do a rescue mission?
A trophy, made of one of her most notorious captains. She may never be feared again. So I suggest we do something about this. I suggest we get him the hell out of there.
Oh my god, what the The 180s! The 180s are real! And John Smirk, what the fuck?
Imagine, sir, how London would react to the arrival of the Queen of Thieves. Imagine the spectacle of her trial.
These cowards knew they couldn't go for Flint because he'd beat the shit out of them. So they went for Eleanor. Okay. Apparently he is interested. Well, I think they've signed their death warrants with that action, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, sorry about the drastic lighting change. I tried to use some natural lighting, didn't go my way, so I had to get up and change that halfway through. Sorry about that. Well, certainly a lot happened there. A lot of things I wasn't expecting to happen. I wasn't expecting Charles Vane to, like, switch up. Like, I didn't expect him to, like, just go with... Like, he needed to be told, and I was happy that Billy told him everything. Like, yo, you're delusional right now if you don't think the Navy's coming for us. Like, what are you thinking? I know it was about time someone told him straight about that, but I didn't think he'd be convinced by it. But there we go, he got convinced, and you know, all he needed was the threat of the actual Navy to come knocking at his door for that to happen. But it happened nevertheless. And now he's getting ready to stage a rescue mission for Flint. The most unlikely of things to have happened, but I would be lying if I, didn't say I was excited for that. That's going to be a fun interaction when those two come head to head on a rescue mission, for sure. I was worried when they were taking over the ship that we were going to lose a lot of people in that moment, but most people came out of it. But poor Randall, we have lost Randall. I don't know if the show will ever be quite the same without Randall, just saying something highly inappropriate or random at any given time. But that seemed to set off a switch in John Silver's head a little bit. Like, he seemed, it was very subtle and underplayed, but it seemed like he got more angry about that than what he was letting on. And it was interesting. It was an interesting moment because it's really the first time that we've ever seen John Silver get angry because of someone else's misfortune rather than his own, and that was an interesting little character beat. Well, it was definitely there. You could see the little twitch in his eyes about the whole thing, so that was very interesting. And then we have the whole thing with Peter going on, and I was kind of right, but kind of wrong at the same time about what had happened with him. Like, I assumed that the reason that he'd gone so hard on pirates was that he was under threat, or his daughter was under threat, or whatever the situation was, but I didn't expect it to have happened as early as it did. Like, obviously it took place before they got exiled. I assumed that it had happened after they were exiled, but Turns out he betrayed them earlier on because he and his family, and most importantly his daughter, were under threat from the powers that be. So he betrayed Hamilton's and Flint in turn. Obviously, he doesn't feel great about that choice, and he wants some sort of redemption for that, but he doesn't really know how to go about it. I completely got why Mrs. Barlow was so angry about it, because obviously, you know, it was someone she loved who paid the price for that betrayal, and indeed herself and Flint. And, you know, it's a complicated situation, because I get where Pete was coming from. It was a bit of a dickhead move what he did, but like, he had a point. Like, what could he have done? Just let them do whatever they were going to do to his daughter if he didn't comply? Like, someone who was completely innocent in the whole situation, and, you know, he made a choice to protect her above everyone else, which, you know, I can't really floor him for, because, you know, what else would you do? I mean, again, I understand why Mrs. Barlow was so angry, but, you know, I reckon if she had a child, she would do much the same in that situation. The moment she got shot and died, I completely didn't expect that, but I think the thing that really hit me about that moment was more, I really think when she died, you like saw James, the old James, die in that moment as well. Like, it was a complete switch that just turned, and the character, and like, obviously they make a big point in this episode about how James has adopted the name Flint and everything that comes with that, and he wants to shred that from himself. And I think the reason they obviously pulled that up in the episode was to sort of really exclamate that when she gets killed. Like that whole character that he has embodied is now just taking over, because, you know, the two people he loved and who he was fighting for are now both dead. So, you know, it is like, where does he go from here? He's just gonna completely fold into that character. Probably, you know, he's probably, I expect, providing he survives the whole ordeal, which I expect he will, like, his whole endeavor now is literally going to be Nassau for Nassau, I assume. It's not, can we get Nassau to work along side with, you know, governors and all of that. I think Flint might well slightly more align with Charles in some ways, but not completely to the extent that Charles goes, but like, I can see him going, well, our only choice now, as far as I'm concerned, is that we go hard on the whole, like, we make our own nation. Like, we're not connected to anybody else. We strengthen our borders, we make it our nation, because literally every other part of civilization wants us dead, and that's our only choice. So that's where I think that's where that's going. But no, it's certainly going to set up things differently for his character moving forward. Like, it is a big change in how he's going to be going about things, I think, which is, you know, is exciting and slightly terrifying where that might go. But yeah, those are my sort of the big takeaways. Like, the whole, you know, James is just going to fully transform into Flint. Charles 180ing because he realizes, hey, if Nassau's ever going to survive, the most notorious pirate of Nassau needs to survive this whole thing, and, you know, we need to rebuild the fear of the place if it's ever going to survive. And, you know, Billy continuing to be MVP. Like, he you know, he says, I hate Flint. He is not someone I like, but he understands that Flint is the person to save them all. If there's any chance of them being saved, any chance of them getting to live their lives, he is the person who's going to do it, because he understands the workings of it all. So, you know, Billy, MVP. And obviously, on top of all this, Jack and co have now set sail, or about to set sail, for the Oak of Gold, so that's happening. And, you know, we got team, like, dickheads over there turning over Eleanor because they're too cowardly to go get Flint and turn him in. So they went for the target, who were like, oh yeah, we could get her, no problem, because we big men and she little woman. So yeah, they did the cowardly thing, and apparently it paid off for them, but I expect death will probably rain down upon them in the not too distant future, so we'll see what happens with that. But otherwise, yeah, big shifts in where this show's going to be going, I think, have been set up, and we've got another episode for this season to go. So I assume next time we're going to get our rescue mission with Charles and Flint sort of fighting alongside one another for the first time. That's going to be interesting, and maybe Jack and co will be picking up the Urka Gold, and that's going to be kind of where we'll be going into season 3 with. Maybe. I expect there will probably be some twists and things I didn't expect to happen, and you know, the same old black sails. Well, we think it's going to go well for everybody or whatever, but nope, here comes a big old sledgehammer and everything's going to go completely bad. No good. Everyone gets shot on. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. Maybe consider subscribing as well so you don't miss any future episodes. And there's plenty of other content on the channel, so please do check that out as well. I very much appreciate it. Other than that, thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next one.